Good afternoon, everybody. On this Saturday, December 21st. Good morning, or hi, Buttercup. Get down, dig it down. She's sniffing at me because I had an accident. It's been a bit of a crazy morning. It is 12:03 right now. Baby girl, please don't. I'm a little emotional about it all, but John went ahead to Lowe's and bought that stove, which is still in the back of the car right now. But I made the brine this morning for the turkey, and I got the turkey out of the fridge. Surprised it wasn't defrosted. So I put it in the refrigerator, or put it in the sink with all the packaging and everything on it. I just put it in the sink with a little bit of cold water to try to defrost it. So I'm just very shaken. John said he thinks that I'm probably in shock, but I'm getting there. I'm sorry. So he went to Lowe's to get the new stove, while I, oh, Jesus, I made the brine. Let me take a step back. I got up, I made the brine, and then once the brine was made, we were like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and get this stove. So John drove to Lowe's, he bought the stove, and I, in the meantime, had the turkey in the fridge, or in the sink. And we've been having leaks in our sink for a while, and John's put some plumber's tape and he's done a couple of different things. So I went to let the water out because I was going to put fresh water in it because it was very, very cold. So I was going to put fresh water in it, and I hear dripping. And I open up the bottom of the thing, and there's like an inch of water sitting in the bottom of the cabinet. And it pours, when I opened the door, it poured out onto the floor, and it literally, like, none of the water was actually going down the drain. It was just pouring into the bottom of the cabinet. So I called John. I said, hey, get plumber's tape, and he did, and he came home, and he was like, how bad is it? And I showed him. I said, here, hold this cup down here, because we have a little container that we've been catching water in because it hasn't been leaking that badly. So I turned the water on. He's like, so pretty much at least 50% of the water that's going down the drain is just pouring into the thing. So he's like, okay, screw it, we're gonna get some flex tape. So Neil, god damn, I'm in pain. Neil, and John had bought the wrong cord for the stove. He bought a 3-prong plug and it needed a 4-prong plug. So Neil went back to Lowe's to take the cord back, and he's like, just buy some flex tape. So Neil's gonna buy some flex tape, and John and I are like, okay, we're gonna get the old stove into the garage and, you know, get it out of here. And we're getting it. I'm behind it. John's got it on the dolly, and there's 2 steps basically from the kitchen into the garage, and he took it. I had the bottom of the stove lifted up. I was holding on to it, and we got it down the first step, and then it slipped, and it fell forward. So over top of the dolly, like the dolly fell, the stove fell forward, and it literally sliced my thumb open. The picture that I took doesn't really do it justice how bad it actually is. But if you don't like blood, fast forward 10 seconds. That's what my finger looked like. Pretty big. You can't see how deep it went. It actually is pretty deep. My finger turned quite purple blue before the nurse practitioner finally saw me. it hurts. And like they had to clean it with some clean water and some iodine. And then I had to get a tetanus shot because I haven't gotten a tetanus shot in a long time. So I'm just in some pain. My thumb is just killing me. The stove actually hit my legs when it fell, and my left leg feels okay, but my right leg is really sore and it's gonna bruise. It's gonna bruise pretty bad. It hurts right now. It's not broken or anything. Like I can move my leg around and stuff. And it is just now. It's just now starting to bruise. And this all happened about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. It's just now starting to turn color on my leg. But my thumb hurts like the dickens. They agreed not to do stitches. The lady was like, I could throw a couple stitches in there, or I could just use these strips. I forget what the strips are called. I said, what would you do? She's like, if I was at home and I did this, I'd probably just throw some strips on. So that's what we did. But my thumb is hurting like the dickens. My arm hurts from that stupid tetanus shot. They were like, make sure you move your arm around, because I couldn't remember the last time I got a tetanus shot. But because it was metal, the nurse practitioner, they have a nurse practitioner. They don't have a doctor in the walk-in clinic. But she was like, no, this was metal. It was a stove. It was dusty, dirty. I'm going to insist you get this unless you absolutely insist you don't. So, got the tetanus shot, which is going to be a pain. I just wanted to go to my friend's house tonight. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to be playing that by ear today. I still want to go, but John's like, are you crazy? Like, why would you do that to yourself? So I'm going to take some ibuprofen. We still have to get the turkey in the brine. Like, the brine is right now in the garage. I had to cool down, so it's been in the garage. Like the recipe says to throw a bunch of ice in it to bring the temperature down to 45 degrees, but it's been sitting in the garage for the last hour, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be just fine. And I didn't want to water it down too much anyway, so what we're going to probably just do is get the turkey in the bags, get the pour the brine in, and then just add water to whatever it needs to be able to cover the whole turkey. Problem is, John's gonna have to do that because I can't bend my thumb. Because if I bend my thumb's gonna pop open. Like, it's not pleasant at all. So I said to John, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna peel potatoes on Christmas. I don't know, like, why is this all like just happening all at once? And then when we were, and maybe this makes me a complete asshole, but we were at the clinic and a little girl came in with a vomit bucket. And I said to John, I was like, why would you take your kid to an urgent care clinic for the flu? Like, if my kid, and number one, when I was a kid, I stayed home when I had the flu. And even if you, like, if it goes on beyond a day, like if say Nick got the flu, right? And it was more than 24 hours and he's still throwing up, I would take him to the emergency room, because the urgent care center, I don't think, is going to have everything that you need to take care of that. Like, if you're dehydrated and stuff, like go to the emergency room. The hospital is where you got to be at, not an urgent care center. And I wouldn't take my kid to an urgent care center for the flu. So I had a half an hour wait, and I was walking around outside because I would not, like, literally, I just sat down when the kid came in with the vomit bucket, and I was like, I'm not staying in here. I'm just not. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, I'm pretty beat up. This hand, I don't know if you guys can see on my fingers there, but I don't think it's going to focus. But my skin, there it goes. My skin on this hand's all scratched up. Yeah. Got a little bit of scratching up on this hand, but it's really the thumb that's messed up. Like, I was holding it with my fingers and it cut my thumb when it fell. Like, if it hadn't fallen, I would have been okay. Anyway. That's been my morning so far. So, needless to say, I didn't get any of the prizes sent out for Epic Beauty Fail. And my post office closes, I think, at 12, or if not 12, at 1, but I think it's 12. So I didn't get those shipped today, which sucks. I wanted to get those shipped out. And I know in the grand scheme of things, it's not bad. Like, this isn't that bad. Like, things aren't terrible. It's not that bad, but I don't know. I just realized that I think I ordered something on Thanksgiving that didn't come. I don't know. I gotta go back and look at my email to see, but yeah. So right now, John might be flex taping the sink. I think that's actually what he's doing. And then we're gonna put Neil and John will put the stove in. So, all right, I'm gonna go take some ibuprofen and figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with the rest of the day, because I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, I'm gonna go see what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. I'm probably gonna edit yesterday's vlog. I was gonna film a video, but how am I supposed to do that when I can't use my dominant hand? You know what I mean? Like, how am I supposed to put makeup on when I can't use my dominant hand? A mess. I'm just a mess. Alright. I'm gonna go. I will see you guys later. Bye. You guys, it has been not a great day. I talked to you for like 10 minutes earlier today. I think I told you about everything that was going on at that time, but it's not getting much better. My thumb is still messed up. This is the second bandage because I bled through the first. There are some positives. We were able to get the new oven in, so I'll show you that. It's an oven, right? I mean, it's an oven. There it is. New oven. Exciting. John used an entire roll of flex tape on the sink. It's still leaking. So we're gonna have to get a plumber to come out and take a look at it, but that's not gonna happen until after the holidays. So it's just not. We did eat some dinner in the middle there, but my thumb is throbbing. It hurts like the dickens. Probably the most upsetting thing of the day. I'm trying not to cry. My dad sent me a text that my sister is in the hospital. My sister has epilepsy. And she has seizures. That's what epilepsy is, if you didn't know. And apparently she was having grand mal seizures, which she does not normally have. She normally just I forget what the other ones are called, but she normally doesn't have grand mal seizures, and apparently she's been having grand mal seizures. So, my dad texted earlier today that she was in the hospital in her town, which is not where her neurologist is. So he texted at like 4:30. It's a little after 5 right now. texted at about 4:30 that they were actually moving her from the one hospital to the one where her neurologist is because they don't know why she's having the seizures. They can't figure out what's going on. So, so they're moving her to the other hospital. The only good thing is that the hospital she was in is like an hour from me. The hospital they're moving her to is, it's only like half an hour. So my dad's supposed to let me know when they move her, and it is 5:15 right now. I think I already texted my friend and told her we aren't gonna come to her party. So I think we're gonna wait until about 6 o'clock and then see if we can go see my sister. I gotta check what the visiting hours are at the hospital, because I don't know what the visiting hours are. So I gotta do that, because I asked my dad, I said, is she gonna be able to have visitors once she gets to the new hospital? And he said, of course, yes. They just don't know what is what's going on with her. So this day has been this day has not been very good to me. I just want this day to be over. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll see you guys later. Alright guys, it is time for bed. It is 11:49. My sister got transferred to the second hospital, and we drove down there, and just as we pulled into the parking garage, my dad texted and said they just left the first hospital. So we had to kill a little bit of time. We actually went to a Best Buy that was down there near the hospital and spent like a half an hour there, and then went back, and we got there just after she got like in her room. So I got to see her. I don't believe she's gonna remember seeing us. She was really not doing well. She, her seizures were not like her normal seizures. And, we were there for about an hour and a half, and the entire hour and a half, she was conscious for maybe 10 minutes, so. Anyway, Neil is behind the camera dancing. He's got a shit-eating grin on his face, too.
Say goodnight to Wayne's.
Good night, Wednesday. Good night, Neil.
Night.
Anyway, if you pray, or if you just can send good thoughts my sister's way, I would appreciate it. The doctors said that they're probably going to sedate her tomorrow if she doesn't seem to be improving, because that sometimes will help the brain reset. So they will probably sedate her tomorrow and put her in the ICU and keep her sedated for a day, maybe 2. Maybe more. So if you pray, or if you can send good thoughts in my sister's direction, I would greatly appreciate it. So today I'm thankful that I got to see my sister, and I got to talk to her, even though she probably won't remember seeing us. And I'm thankful for some perspective that even when things seem to be going crazy, it could always be worse. So I hope today was better than yesterday, and I hope tomorrow will be just a little better than today. I hope you all are having a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.